Hey, this is Jaron with COED. I'm here with GRiZ. So how did you get into playing sax?
I started playing saxophone when I was in fifth grade, and like we had a band at the school, and everyone had to choose an instrument, and I chose oboe first, but my mom was like, "Fuck that! Like the reeds are too expensive, the lessons are too expensive, and the oboe is just shitty and it always breaks because it's a very like complex instrument. It's like double reeded, so instead of like a saxophone having a mouthpiece and a reed here that vibrates, it is a reed and a reed, so they like vibrate together.
Oh, really?
It's really hard to play. So then I chose the saxophone, and I guess the rest is history. Lots of practice and stuff like that.
Next time you guys are there, can you just make sure that it's like up close, just because it's loud as shit. All right.
Want me to put it on my right here?
Yeah, that's cool.
Does that work better? Oh, you want me to put it right here?
Oh yeah, that's even more. That's even better. All right, we're good. We're good.
Check 1, 2. Cool.
All right, so keep going.
Yeah.
So how did growing up in Detroit influence your musical style?
A lot of really great funk music came out of Detroit. I mean, at one time it was considered Motown, like the music capital of the United States, I guess, for that style of music. The first record label ever came out of Detroit. That was Berry Gordy's deal. And I think that it didn't really influence me as much as it influenced my parents and then their like listening flavor and what they would play for me when I was a kid.
If you play with any musician live or dead, who would that be?
It'd be really awesome to play with. Who would be really great? Like Jimmy Page would be a lot of fun to play with. I think he'd be like absolutely insane, or like Jimi Hendrix or something.
Yeah.
It'd be really great to play with. D'Angelo would be great as a vocalist. Or like something like Jay-Z, like rapping or some shit would be really fucking crazy.
I know you just spent some time in the woods in Michigan.
Yeah.
With X-Mag. Can you tell me a little bit about what you guys have been working on?
So the idea was born out of I had like profits from touring, and I was like, all right, cool. What can we do that would be like really fun? I was thinking to myself, like, what could we do that would just be like totally like weird and fun? And it was like, I love Michigan, so we decided to rent a cabin in the middle of the woods in northern Michigan and just have like a little like music collective kind of thing going on, like where it's like, all right, you guys come out and we'll do a bunch of stuff and we'll all collaborate on everything and just make a bunch of music and hang out. And like the sole purpose of it was just to get more in touch with each other and with music. And I'll tell you what, man, those guys are brilliant musicians. They're some of the best tempered friends I've ever had. And as far as just like positive spirits, man, like I haven't had like such quality of conversations with somebody around a campfire in a long time. So, that was kind of it. And we just made a shit ton of stuff. And I flew Eric Bloom out, who's a trumpet player from Lettuce. And we all just hung out and did a bunch of cool shit. That was really it. It was just like, let's just do a bunch of cool stuff while we still can,
Can I ask you a question? When was the last time you went to a festival not working? When was the last time you went to a festival as a band?
So I went to Sonic Bloom actually to support Michael Menard doing his Michael Menard Big Band thing, and we went undercover and it was like really fun. So that was like the last one, and we just like tromped around and I had this like kind of pseudo disguise thing on. It was great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I heard that there was talk of a side B to the Rebel Era.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any word on that?
Instead of coming out with B-side for Rebel Era, what I wanted to do was come out with like B-side for the new upcoming record, because it made a lot more sense in my mind, like the way that the record was being recorded and the kind of content that was coming out for it. And I have a lot of content for the record that is not going to make the record, and I want to be able to plan for it more properly. Like I didn't want to scramble and come out with a bunch of stuff, be like, oh yeah, this is B-side, like check it out, and just whatever. But like come out with it as like a concise idea that like this is another thing that I believe in, that is like the B-sides of whatever the next record is, and coming out with it in like a true proper form, and like spending time to like really focus on a generation of a new idea instead of like going back in an old idea and be like, all right, cool, that was dope, Rebel Era was amazing, and here's kind of like that, like the half thought of it, They wanted to come back and be like, this is like the new thought of like, I don't know, it's the new vibe of things, man, and it just didn't feel right.
Now, if you can, would you rather have noodle arms or pogo stick legs?
Pogo stick legs.
I agree.
Because then I wouldn't be able to play sax, it'd be all weird.
All right, man. It's been great talking to you.
Cheers, brother.